strawberry love notes. Isn't this the cutest thing you've ever seen? I found this online and I just had to make it. So I had to make a pattern first. So I took a piece of paper because I didn't have a cookie cutter, and I just played around with it. I started out 2 inches, 2.5 inches. It ended up being 3 inches. So it looks like an envelope. A heart is going to go right in the middle, and your strawberry filling is going to go inside. This is my pattern that I made. I just took a piece of white paper. I started out trying it with 2 inches and then 2.5 inches, and I finally settled on 3 inches. So it looks large like this, but when you close it up to make an envelope and you put the star on it, that's what it's going to look like. And that's the final product with strawberry filling inside. You're going to use pie crust, which you can make yourself or you can buy it. And you're just going to bake it in the oven. Your ingredients are flour. You're only going to need 1 egg for egg wash, but those eggs look so beautiful. Farm fresh eggs, I just had to show them. Strawberry filling or preserves, your pie crust, sugar. And if you're making the filling yourself, use fresh strawberries, lemon juice, and sugar. What I'm going to do first is make the strawberry jam. So you would take the tops off. There's this really cool tool for taking the top off the strawberry. I actually have 2 of those. So you would scoop it, and it takes out part of the inside. That's really neat. Or you could just chop it with a knife. Either way. So I have a pound of strawberries. I'm going to slice them, and I'm just going to go ahead and put them right in my pot. And just repeat it until they're all in. Oh my gosh, look at that one. That one really looks good. Now I have washed these. You definitely want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cut the top off this one. Little stem left in there. Look at how beautiful that one is. Now, of course, if you're just going to open a jar, you're going to save a lot of time. And you would skip this step. The strawberries are cut, and now I'm going to add almost 1 cup of sugar. Let me move it over here so you can see. It's about 1 cup of sugar and a tablespoon of lemon juice. This is, like I said, 1 tablespoon, but you could add 2 if you wanted. You can add more sugar, but I don't think you're going to need it. They're pretty sweet enough. All right, now we're going to go to the stove. So we're going to be cooking the strawberries on the stove until they reduce down and also thicken. And that's could take about 25 minutes. So I've turned this down to low or medium low. I'm just going to let them keep boiling. Now if it's thin, and it's not getting any thicker, which it should do on its own, you can always add some cornstarch, which is what I did with my first batch. But if you do, you will not need to add much. We don't want to make it too thick. Just gonna let it keep going. Okay, now we're gonna make the love notes. This is where we're gonna use our pastry. We want a lightly floured surface. And we're going to roll out our shell, our pastry shell. It didn't say on the instructions, on the recipe that I found as far as how thick to make it. So I didn't have a problem. Some of mine were thicker than others, that's okay. Worked out fine. I want to try and get as many as possible. It said in the recipe they got 6 to 8. I actually was able to get 9 the first time I made it. So this is where I'm going to need my pattern. Okay, so here's my pattern. I only need it the first time. After that, I can use my first one that I cut as the pattern. So I'm tracing this out. Like I say, it's a square 3 by 3. And then I'm just going to stack them over here to the side. Oh, actually, I'm going to use this one as my guide for the next one. And then just keep going like that. Oops, nope. Okay, I need to get my rolling pin. I'll do it again. Always roll out from the middle, because that's going to be your thickest area. Okay, I'll have to roll out again. Easy to lose this little thing. Again, I just traced it out by hand. I'm using that as a guide. Oops, hard to keep a hold of. Now, a cookie cutter would make it so much easier. But I couldn't find any, and I didn't have any in little heart shapes. Oops, okay, I didn't cut it all the way through. But what I found was you can keep manipulating until you get a heart shape. But this is what they're gonna look like when they're all done. So just keep manipulating the dough till you've got the shape that you're happy with. There we go, not bad. Now we're ready for the fun part. So we have our diamond shape. We're gonna put like a teaspoon of filling in there, and then we're gonna close it up. So now you're gonna wanna do like I did earlier, which was like, that doesn't look like much, does it? But it will spread, so you don't wanna overfill it. So you're gonna fold up from the bottom, and then each side, bringing it to the center, and try and close it up, just like that. Okay, then you're going to put your heart right in the middle. And then I'm going to put it over here. So I have my pan lined, so because I don't want them to stick. And then we'll just continue the process again. Just another about a teaspoon in the center, because you don't want any to come out while it's baking. if you need to make little adjustments, pinch on the edges just to help it out. And then you put your heart in the center. And put it over on your pan. See, it's so tempting to add more. But don't do it, because it will ooze out. But the dough's easy to manipulate. Like if you don't quite have them lined up. They're so cool looking. I never saw these before. Okay, so I'm going to move the cutting board out of the way, and I'm going to move my tray in so you can see the next step. Now the next step is the egg wash. So I'm going to crack an egg. This is a really large egg. And scramble it up. But first I need to wash my hands. So this is going to be our egg wash. It's going to help seal everything together. And then the top will be sugar. So what you want to do is use the egg wash, go all the way around. This is going to help seal it. Give it a nice coating. So the oven is already ready. It's preheated at 375. It's going to be about 15 minutes. You really got to watch these. 375, 15, maybe 20 minutes depending on your oven, but you definitely have to watch them because I almost let mine go too long. They weren't ready at 15, but 15 would have been, 20 would have been too long. So be careful, the egg wash might move around the little hearts. If that happens, just put them back in place. Now I'm just using granulated sugar. If you had the sparkling sugar, that would really be pretty. Okay, I think we're good. What do you think, Mark?
Look beautiful.
Yeah. I'm going to set it for 15. Might take a few more minutes longer than 15. We'll see.
Talk to me.
I'm ready to take them out of the oven. It's been about 17 minutes. All right, I'm going to take them over here to the counter. Now you'll notice some of them have opened a little bit. That's okay, I'm going to use a fork. And I'm going to push it down. They need to cool for 10 minutes. Get that. Push on it a little bit. I'll get it back into place. See, if we had put any more in than the small amount that I had put, they would have just run all over the place. Strawberry love notes.
They're beautiful.
They are.
Just like you.
Oh, thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day early. Just couldn't wait. I wanted to share this with you guys. I thought you would like them. They're still a little warm.
I want to try them.
Okay, all right. Man, look at that, so cute.
They're wonderful.
Who wouldn't love these, right?
They're beautiful. Mm-hmm. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anything you do different?
Maybe, I don't have them all even as far as flat. I like them some not as thick. I think that would be it. And definitely no more jam than what I put in, the teaspoon. Because it's good that some is out, but if you put more than that, it'd just be one big mess. No, I'm happy with them. What do you think? Any thoughts on it?
No, I think they're perfect. They're unique. You've never made this before, so.
Never, yeah.
When
I mean, I did try it out this morning before we recorded,
when
just
you
to
made
get
them,
an idea.
I couldn't believe how pretty they were.
I know.
Very
Well,
creative, Brigetta.
It is. Every once in a while I get lucky. Well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you again soon. Bye.